This is Morganicky, and I've been on eBay again and I've found some really fake Pokemon toys. Little figurines, very badly painted. Let's see if you can guess what they are before I tell you what they are. Let's start with this one. Now, this isn't too bad, apart from the colours. This is a Spinder, but Spinder is supposed to be like a beige and orange. So this looks like someone has tipped a load of purple paint over Spinder's head, and it has gone on the grass. Spinder. Next, we have got this jolly little creature. This one isn't too bad. It's much lighter than it should be. The eyes aren't too bad. This is an Axew. Apparently. The eyes are the wrong colour, the skin's the wrong colour, but it's sort of the right shape. So we can give it that at least. Next. This one isn't too bad, actually. Lovely little water starter Pokemon. That's Froakie. Again, the colours are a bit off. Just a bit. But the shape's not too bad. But the painting is very bad. Next. This isn't bad, actually. I did recognise this one. Leappad. The markings aren't brilliant, but at least it has them. The tail is the right shape. The ears are sort of the right shape. It doesn't quite have the detailing on the inside of the ears, but it stands up, which is more than what can be said for some of these other ones. Okay, this one's really bad. The colour is wrong. The painting on the teeth is terrible. This is Exploud, apparently, but it's not great. The pose isn't too bad. It's recognisable as Exploud, but the colour, it should be a lot lighter purple than that. Next, we have got... This one will not stand up, so I'm going to have to hold it, because it's too top heavy and it just drops. Colour isn't too bad, shape isn't too bad. Pansear. Apparently. If you say so. Let's stick with the theme of the ones that can't stand up. It sort of can, but it won't. Ah, there we go, it stood up. Now that's recognisable, I think. Zeb Striker. I don't know if you agree with me, but I could recognise it. Now this one, I had to look at this for a long time before I worked out what it was supposed to be, because the colour is so bad. It's got the right eyes, it's got the right markings, but how is this Fiona? Fiona is blue, not green. What is wrong with this? I did recognise this one straight away. Again, we have the problem with the colours. It should be a lot lighter green. But ranunculus. If you say so. Next. This is probably one of the funnier ones. It's grey. It should be blue. The mouth is ginormous. The wings are the wrong colour. The painting on the teeth is terrible. Apparently that's Golbat. Apparently. This is pretty recognisable, I think. It's got the right shape. It's more or less got the right colours. It's a bit too light. It should be a darker yellow. But it's a Galvantula. Not terrible, but it could be better. There is one that is almost identical to what it should be, and I'm going to save that one for last. How about this one? The painting is bad. The colour is a little bit off, but the shape is decent enough. Machoke. Machoke isn't wearing any pants. Normally it has pants on under the belt, but no, it's just all one colour. But it does have pants moulded. Okay. This one's okay. I guess it's the right colour. It's got the right features. It's got the right stripes in the right place. Maybe not dark enough. Clauncher. What do you reckon? Okay. This one I did recognise as well. But again, the colours. It should be a lighter green. It's a very dark green. Servine. I'm not sure. Back to the terrible painting. This is very similar to the Golbat, but it should be purple instead of blue. It's still got the wrong green coloured wings. You can barely see its face, barely see its eyes. Crobat. And it doesn't stand up in any form, in any way, shape or form. Now this little creature should be a very light purpley pink colour, not blue. This is Nidoran. Nidoran female. And it's terrible. It's got the right markings, it's got whiskers, but the colour. The colour. Are all these Chinese toy manufacturers colourblind? Sticking with the theme. The colour's right. The markings are right. But it's got a little tiny baby horn when the horn really should be out here. Nidorino. If you say so. This one is hilarious because the face is so wrong. I'm going to keep the face covered. Right, so you recognise the shape of that, don't you? The colour's completely wrong. It should be like a beigey colour. It does have green feet. But since when did Shroomish have a face like that? What happened to Shroomish's face? It should be angry. This looks mildly disappointed, Shroomish. Which is more than can what be said about these bloody toys. I am more than mildly disappointed. You can barely see the face on this because the painting is bad. I'm very surprised it stands up, actually. It's got like a flat bit on its tail. But it's the right shape. It's more or less the right colour. But the face has been so badly painted you can barely make it out. Azurill. Okay. Back onto the theme of starters. I don't know about you, but this reminds me of Pinocchio. Just its face. It's got that sort of painted marionette sort of face. The colours, a bit too dark. The face is okay, aside from it looking like Pinocchio. Chimchar. Now we've got two really bad ones and two fairly decent ones. Let's do a bad one, then we'll do a decent one. Now all of this shell should be one colour. It shouldn't just be patterned like that. It should be grey. The body's okay, the eyes are okay. It is the right orange, but the shell doesn't work for Magcargo. Now let's do a decent one. This is the right colour, it's the right moulding. The face leaves a little bit to be desired. It's got a bit like, well, it's got fishy lips, but it's not a surprise, it's a fish. Magikarp. Not a bad Magikarp. It's a semi-acceptable Magikarp. Now another bad one, and I will save the one that is near identical to last. Little legendary there for you. It's like a creamy greeny colour instead of white. It's quite flexible wings, but it has got the symbol on its belly. It's got the right face, it's got the right markings, sort of. They're a bit badly painted. Feet. Latios. And this is probably the best one. It's my favourite because I think it is very, very good. The colours are right. The detailing is perfect. It's got the spikes and the diamonds and the patterns in the right place. It's got the yellow crown. It's got the tail. It's got a square on its back. Cacnea. Almost perfect. Cacnea. You did us very proud, Cacnea. Shame about the rest of them.